And then I said to them, if you don't rewind this tape right now, I'm gonna...
Guys, welcome back. Or welcome for the first time if this is the episode you're choosing to listen to for the first time.
Random.
It is random. It is, what are we doing? This is actually going to be a mini-sode, and I feel like maybe you guys like those better because you don't have to listen to our inane opinions on even more mundane TV shows that you, quite frankly, don't give a shit about.
You might have to in this mini-sode.
What, give a shit about?
Our mundane opinions on TV shows, because
we've combined our very favourite mini-sode card game questions, deep and meaningful activity with the mundane TV shows we love to watch.
Oh my god, love it. So in this episode, we will be obviously just talking about random shit, but I have written down some questions, and I also have a random question generator, which obviously we'll put in the bio so you guys can also see the level of trash it's going into this show.
Scraping the barrel.
You could just Google it. It's not like I went far. So the second option.
I'm not going to go for the first one because that's too obvious. I'm not going to give that website the satisfaction of this click.
No, they need to work harder.
No. And to be honest, it's all about that second listing anyway, because no one trusts the first one. Mm-hmm. How hard have they tried to get to that first ranking spot? Can they be trusted?
SEO is ruining Google. I don't know if I've said that before, but it's like I will Google like what time. Okay, like I'll Google when is Abbott Elementary starting in the UK, because I don't want to watch the pirate.
I want to know. Yeah,
I want to watch it, and so they can get the highest ranking. They've made the article like 1,000 words of nonsense. And then I now have to scroll through. They should still put the answer at the top and then the nonsense at the bottom. They put the nonsense they put the answer in the middle. So I have to scroll
the
through.
accordion questions.
It's so confusing because they'll be like, Abbott Elementary is coming to Abbott Elementary UK. And I'm just like, when is it on? Anyway, shout out to Google. Shout out to all the SEO optimization numbers out there. Great job, I'm sure.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And a shout out to all the writers who actually have to do the articles, because every time like I have to send off keywords to somebody who's a genuine writer to give me an article, I'm like, they'll never get this result in 8 times.
But somehow, but Google is changing, has changed a lot, and keywords are just not as relevant. Like they actually allegedly give a shit about the relevance of the article to what you've searched for and the tone of the writing.
100%, but you still have to get the keywords in
about
there.
This.
No, because it's interesting, because it's like,
guys, tune into our companion business blog.
Bimbos do tech.
We know
my whole career
about digital marketing.
Okay.
And building and creating content and growth hacking. We just don't care to do it for this particular podcast.
Oh my God. Imagine if we applied everything we knew to our podcast. It would still flop. And
that's why we don't do it. And that is why we don't do it, because we would rather have a failing or an undersubscribed podcast than have a podcast that has just failed to grow despite all of our best efforts.
Yeah, I hate trying because I am afraid of failure.
I'm afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, and that like not having a podcast that wasn't successful would be for me like one of the biggest fuck you Natalie, we don't want to listen to you,
For some reason, I know what you mean. If it got to a point where I was really trying with this podcast, if I was giving it my all, I couldn't do it, because it's just like, I know it still wouldn't. You know what I mean? I know that's not how things grow.
There's just no market for
two
dumb bitches.
Look how we talk about ourselves in love. 2 dumb sluts.
Anyway, right. God, how did we get onto this? You Googled
random question generator. So I'm going to use it and I'm going to ask you a question. And I will say the website is so basic in a really good way.
Look how we incorporate AI into our podcast. We're an innovative, tech-based duo.
This is honestly the laziest concept for a podcast. We just ask each other questions. I like it though. You can't, as my mother always says, you can't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
You are not smart enough.
And when she used to say, it wasn't like she said it calmly, she'd get annoyed with me and be like, so my family called me Kewa, that's my Yoruba name. She'd be like, Kewa, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. That's why it's always in my head now. Okay, love you, Mum. I hope you never listen to this. And if you are, please respect my boundary. For once, stop listening. Random question generator. Okay, Natalie, what is one of the great values that guides your life? Wow, this thing's kind of deep.
Oh, come on.
It has a duck. It literally has like a duck, that looks like a squeaky duck floating on waves. How are you going to ask me such a deep question with that? Anyway, sorry.
What is one of the biggest values that drives my life?
What is one of the great values?
Oh, right. Great.
That guides your lives. That guides your life. You don't have many lives. Well, it depends what you believe, but yeah.
This current life.
Yeah.
I think that I've learned that kindness should be a big value driver, even though it's not something that I've always exhibited. And I think that's why I feel like it's more important than ever.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm so sorry for laughing. I'm sorry. It's just that you're like, I used to be a real piece of work. I know.
And now I feel like I'm paying for it. So yeah, kind of. I feel like in the past also maybe like generosity, but now I feel like I need to like pull that back and be a little bit more generous to myself.
Oh,
maybe like turn that around for me.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have all got
better. You've got way better.
Thank you.
You have. I would say now I think I've always respected and valued your generosity. I won't lie. I've always thought it was like a crazy admirable quality in how you encourage others to be generous as well. I've always thought that was a good thing. There was only a few times where I thought, okay, that's being taken advantage of. But I do think that now you're like way better. So I don't think you should lose your generosity. I think that's a good thing. Just know the difference between generosity and, I don't know another word. I don't have a good vocabulary, sorry.
What else? No, that's I don't have. Am I I don't think I don't know if I'm very values driven.
Yes, you are.
Am I?
Oh my God, yes. Like the mafia. You've always been a very principled person, honestly. I've always thought so anyway. Even at what you can, well, in the time I've known you, even when you consider yourself to be what I would consider what you think you were, your worst as I've known you, even then you were kind. You've always had such a strong moral compass. You're like,
God.
You know, no, it's good. It's like, you know, like the kind of things you discuss in like an ethics class or something, like you've always had limits, like even in group discussions when somebody will say something, you're like always, I don't know, maybe not forever and on everything, but there was times where you would like pull the conversation back and be like, whoa, too far. I thought it was good.
Cool. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one that takes it too far and that everyone's like, oh God, that was a bit off color.
I mean, I'm talking about sober conversations, not when we've all had a bottle of wine each.
Yeah, no, okay, true. Yeah.
And we're all just trying to give the best zinger.
True. Yeah. God, get a bottle of wine to me and all I care about is the zingers.
Oh my God, I love a zinger. It depends who we're singing though. Depends who we're singing.
Oh, how about you? What are the great values that drive your life?
All my values are not good. I'm very loyal.
That's good.
No, it's not. I'm loyal to a fault. Sorry.
That's true. Yeah, 100%. As I've always said, I know who I'd call if I needed something fixing. Or maybe not fixing, but at least actually no, I feel like you'd know, you might not know what to do or what's the right thing to do, but by God, you'd always help me come up with a plan.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, we're like, right, okay, well, we'll fumble our way through this together.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think I've realized, I'm not sure, but again, this might not be a good thing. I think I'm a very reasonable person. Like, like the only way I can think to describe it is if I'm in a situation, maybe not in the moment, but when I think retrospectively, it's hard for me to like hold strong judgment and hold people up to a high standard, because I can't help but see how life circumstances could have led them to do something, even when they hurt me. I think I need to stop doing that, but I don't know how.
Would you say that being I guess is that like non-judgmental?
I try not to. I don't think I am judgmental though. I just don't think that. I think when I'm judgmental, I find it hard to judge someone who, I guess I'm compassionate, but then maybe I struggle to hold people responsible for their actions, which is why I'm going to make it a terrible mother. Baby, don't worry about it. I'll fly off the handle, lose my temper, then I'll be like, oh, it's all right.
Actually, I don't even care about that anyway.
I don't give a shit what you're doing, honey.
Do what you want. Mummy doesn't care.
Short. YOLO.
Going out, bye.
5. You'll be fine. Yeah, but
you know what I had to do when I was 5? I had to take care of.
Oh no, that was my sister, bless her.
Oh well.
Being the eldest sucks. But I'm trying to think of a good value.
Those are good values. It's just any value is
good.
It's good. It's just sometimes we
have learned it really
misplace the energy.
Yeah.
And take it to or make like bestow upon things or people, situations that aren't really deserving of that energy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we feel like these things are bad, because they're things that have like hurt us before.
Oh yeah. I also think I value honesty, but I think that also causes me problems, because I feel like sometimes I can be honest when it's really difficult for me, and do you know what I mean? Like at the wrong time. And other people, I expect that from them at all times, but I've come to realize that that's almost like a childish notion. Like you're not supposed to be honest all the time. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I agree. Like the older I get, the more I kind of think,
keep some shit to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't, like, I don't think you're supposed to tell people things that hurt them that don't benefit anybody, just because it's like, I'm honest.
Yeah,
okay?
What's the motivation for this honesty?
I think that's kind of silly. But yeah, and I also feel like it comes from a place of insecurity. This is going to sound nuts, but it's like, I want you to be honest with me because I'm scared that people are like really have a lot of things they're hiding from me. So I'm like always wanting honesty because I'm actually scared that everyone's lying.
Wow.
Like of secrets. Oh, and we all know where that comes from, honey.
You know,
but I think that most people have that experience because like of the way children are generally raised. Like there's always so many secrets when you're young. And it's not like there are actual secrets. It's just you perceive there to be secrets or things and you find out things as you get older. So it kind of puts this like permanent distrust in you. And that's not just you, that's like everyone. Because it's just like, what else are you lying about?
But then I think there are some things that I do wish that
didn't know
had been kept secret from me.
Oh my God, that's
kind
also
like,
true.
What like the things that you choose to be honest about or like spill,
And it's the way they spill it as well. It's like, there's no like gentle parenting. It's just, here's the truth. You're like, whoa.
This is inappropriate.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot. I think the reason I'm so like cool with my parents is because I see so many other adults, and I don't mean other people's parents, I just mean like other, like maybe like family, friends and stuff, and the way they disclose information and speak to me, I just think, you're wild.
Yeah,
you are fucked up, and no one's gonna tell you. And it's like, I can't say anything because like in our culture it's like it's rude to say something. But it's like some of the things, the way people talk, and you're just like, seek help. That's not okay.
But then like there's also no point in saying that to them, because honest to God, they'll seek help and feel justified and vindicated in what they've done and said, and you're like, that's not what the help was supposed to tell you. Now this has almost made the situation worse. So
and maybe I should just have to just accept that you have to just say things in life and make everyone uncomfortable, because otherwise no one will respect how you feel. And even when you do say something, they might still be like, shut up.
yeah
Oh my God, all this from the random question generator. Okay,
oh my God, the little random question ducky.
The duck is so cute. I want to send it to you. Oh, it's adorable. Okay, another one. Sorry. It's just like, you'll get why I made that face, because it's like, duh. Do you ever sing when you're alone? Like, we sing on the podcast.
Yeah, so I guess that's not us being alone.
And then it says, what songs?
Whatever's like on the radio. What if sometimes I've just had like probably a Disney song? Like,
always.
What do you expect me to sing when I'm cleaning?
I don't know, what was I feel like I was singing something the other day that was just like, where did that come from? I mean, we all like, I can't.
I mean, made up songs about what I'm doing.
Love making up songs. Or like, it's probably a bit passive aggressive of me, but like, if somebody annoys me, I'll just start be singing like, and that is why I think you're a dick. Oh my God, I always, like, if I'm cleaning, I have to make up a song. I think that comes from Disney as well.
Yeah,
all the songs, the greats, Tina Turner, a bit of a Celine Dion, the classics. Okay, last one from not last one, I'm lying. What are you a natural at? This might need some thought on my behalf.
My first immediate reaction, and I don't know why, especially given that I've previously said that I'm not good at this, was lying. But no, I'm not a natural liar, although maybe I am.
What's it? Do you mean masking? Like presenting a different front to how you feel?
No, I think I can be quite poor at that. If I'm through my childish employment of like passive aggressive silence. You know what I'm feeling. You probably don't know why, but
that's none of your goddamn business.
Guess what? I also don't know why. Or I do vaguely know but won't confront it. So there's that.
It's always a weird one when you feel so strongly about something and you genuinely can't say why. Because you don't, that's so
because
confusing.
It's not about that thing and it's not about that person, but yet you've obviously had a reaction to a situation and some people present in that situation and they're confused and you're like, look, we can't go all the way back to the beginning. The first time I was ever made to feel like this. Okay, it's a long story. Just accept it, love me, and don't leave.
Oh my gosh, another classic I sing when I'm alone. Don't leave me, girl. Oh my God, that song is so fucked up, I bet. Don't leave me, girl. Please stay with me tonight. I'm sure there's a reason that woman was leaving.
Yeah.
It's a
What
song by
song's it?
Blackstreet. Oh my God, it's like as far as singing along, like there's a point where one of the lines is like, if you take your love away from me, I'll go crazy, I'll go insane. Like they're really like begging this woman not to leave.
This is emotional blackmail.
100%, and in harmony. Oh,
Yeah,
love it.
the best kind. Wait, what was the question again?
What are you a natural at?
Oh, right. Deflecting questions I don't want to answer.
You are good at that. I didn't even notice you did it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think I'm good at that.
Oh. You should work in politics.
Oh no.
Not for pleasure. I mean, just going with your strength.
I'm far too weak for politics. I couldn't handle like the backstabbing and the crazy. Like, I'm sure it's just a horrific industry to be in.
Yeah, but I feel like this is probably not how you should look at how the government should run. But if you genuinely hate the people that are all there, I feel like it'd be easier to detach. It's not like you're in an environment where you're with people and you build trust and then they betray your trust. You're in an environment where you don't fuck with anybody anyway, and you're
but also think about, we'd constantly get so much abuse and death threats from like
the racism is much.
I can't.
Nobody's built for that.
No, of course nobody's built for that. But my my desire to
avoid it,
get into that sphere, or to help people in that way with policy is just not. It's just not there at all. I'm not. I don't know, courageous enough, noble enough.
I would always be either in the background, or I'd be like one of the rogue MPs. So I'd never gain any power, but I would just stand up once in a while and tell somebody to shut up. I'm not joking. This is another really childish fantasy of mine. I stand up and I say, shut the fuck up. And then I look at the, I can't remember what they call the person who...
the spokesperson, the speaker of the house.
Yeah, the house speaker who like mans the Commons. And I would say, and because they're going to fine me for swearing, and I'd be like, it was worth it. And I'd sit down.
Put it on my tab.
So fucking juvenile. That's the only reason I want to go to the House of Commons.
Throw a £5 note. You just
one of those money guns.
Yeah. So, would you like me to put this?
Do you take check
in your bra?
Oh my God. And I've always thought, like, people who go to the House of Commons as like guests and get to do a guest speech, how comes none of them have ever just like let it rip, like pretended they were going to go and talk about whatever they were invited to, and then just like got some shit off their chest? Because I don't think I could stand in that room. And maybe it's different when you get there, like if you're taking it seriously and you actually want to talk about your cause. Maybe when you get there, you're so impassioned about your cause that you stick to that because you're trying to achieve something. I don't know if I could resist the urge to just be like, and you know what?
While I'm here.
Because this has been getting on my nerves for a while now. I don't know if I could keep it to myself, but yeah, that's why I'm not there and I'm here. Yeah. Well, that's not the only reason. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping us from being in politics.
The biggest excuse ever. We've never tried to do it. That's the real reason.
Yeah, revert back to our previous statement about trying to do anything.
Oh my God. I miss trying. I try at the things I like. I would say I'm a natural at, this is going to sound... Don't go by what I say on the podcast, because you'll be like, no, you're not. I was going to say I'm a natural speaker sometimes. Like at a party situation, if somebody hands me the mic and I don't know what I'm going to say, a speech will arrive.
Go.
Yeah. I'm the opposite in an interview where I have to talk about things I'm good at and my strengths. Then I'm like, Suddenly, I can't speak.
Maybe that's a visualization that you need to have when you're in an interview. When the interviewer asks you a question, imagine that they're actually handing you a mic at a party.
But it's not entertaining. The answer they're asking for isn't entertaining. And if they just let me entertain, I can entertain. I've made people laugh in interviews and then they've been like, no.
Yeah, like, we're not
absolutely not.
comedian.
I'm like, why not?
We're not here to hire an office clown.
Every office needs somebody to lighten the mood.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to ask it one more question.
Okay.
Do you have any nicknames?
Nicknames? Oh God, I'm sure we've been through these before. Yeah, I used to get called Ugly Rat Natalie.
That's not a nickname, but
well, no, it's quite long for a nickname. That stemmed from my mum calling me Nats, and then Nat bags, rat bags. That turned into Ugly Rat Natalie.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh.
Yeah. And then my friends, well, people call me Nat, even though I don't care now, but it used to really annoy me when I was a lot younger and just a bit of a dick.
I don't think that makes you a dick, because I feel like everyone has like their name the way they like to be. Do you know what I mean? It's like your name.
True, but I think I've just learned to, or not learn, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, because I'd never introduced myself as Nat.
I just learned to let people do whatever they want.
Yeah, but it honestly, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
And I also, only one person calls me this, Natty. I get called Natty.
That's cute.
That is cute. Yeah.
I like that.
But I don't think I would like it. It's Nick calls me Natty, and like in his voice, it's just cute. But I don't know if I would want anybody else to.
Yeah, nicknames I feel like are reserved for people who like you're quite close to.
Yeah. How about you?
Ruth went to Ruthless, which I love, obviously. Ruthie, only one person calls me Ruthie because I hate it, but then it was one of those things where it's like I hate it, but I kind of like it when you call me Ruthie. It's like stop it, but no, don't ever stop calling me that. It's just cute. But nobody else call me Ruthie because we'll have issues. Ruth was a nickname for a while, which I didn't mind. Looking back, was it a bit racist? I don't know, I never took it that way, but I don't know why because it was only one person who would call me that.
Okay.
And we had a good relationship. I don't know. If anybody else had called me that, I would have been offended.
Yeah.
And then obviously my family call me Koa. I've had child nicknames, which I will not mention on this podcast because I know how you people are out there. I will not give you any ammunition. But yeah, I've had nicknames for my family and stuff. God, I had a problematic nickname when I was little, but I'm not even going to get into that one either. It was just one person who used to call me something, and I got older and I was like, ooh, that's kind of fucked up. And it's just like there's some rappers who like have made their I'm thinking of one person in particular, made her, or two people who made their childhood nickname into their rap name. But their childhood nickname was deeply, deeply problematic. And I just think like at some point, and it's what made me sit down and think, oh my God, I had one of those. But I just think like as an adult, it was like, oh God. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll get some kahunas and talk about it. I don't think I have any other nicknames. Ruthless. Obviously, I call myself Big Ruth. Everybody else, I'm joking. The head honcho, Big Mama. No one calls me that. I'm not a fan of the name Ruth, to be honest. I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite name. Kewa is definitely my favorite name, but I don't know if I would want everyone calling me that. I thought about changing my name just so people could stop calling me Ruth, but
to Kewa or to something completely different.
No, just Kewa, because Kewa is like a unisex name as well. And a lot of Araba names are unisex, which I think is just lit. But yeah, then it's like, okay, why not have this genderless name? It's just, and it actually speaks to like who I am. But then it's also like, I like having a stage name, even in real life. That's going to sound so weird, but it's true. I like that everyone is calling me a stage name. It's like, yes, I am Ruth. Today, I am Ruth.
As I was yesterday.
And tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. You never know. Do you want to do another random generator, or should we move on to my terrible questions?
Go on, let's hit me with one of your questions.
Okay, sorry for my questions. Feel free to say pass.
Cool.
I think I'll just say it as I wrote it, but we can stick to the characters that we have talked about on the show, or you can just say anything.
Okay.
What fictional character would you most like to sleep with? I was thinking live action, but you can go animated if you want. There are no rules
here. Fitz, probably.
Woo!
Why? If you're not. Come on. You don't want to get hot and heavy with what's his name? I don't remember. Fitzgerald Grant. Imagine that there are two others, not one, but two others before you. Yeah.
We haven't done. Oh, I can't even say if we've done it or not because.
Oh wait, hold on. I've also got another. Wait.
Oh,
maybe
Jake.
I'll reserve that. No.
I was gonna say I get it. I'll take those two.
But this might be a reserve for another question that could be coming.
Oh, is it
but
Fox Robin?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But you'll laugh even more. It is Captain Hook.
Oh.
From Once Upon a Time.
I thought you meant animated.
Okay, no, not animated. From Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
Hook had you on the rope. I loved it.
It's just like, obviously, he's very attractive, and he's a pirate, and then he was kind. Sorry.
No, these are very reasonable people.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're just walking around seeing people that look like Fitz and Captain. It's understandable.
Yeah, these people don't really exist in real life.
I would probably take the whole Scandal cast. There are some very, very attractive people.
Yeah.
Crazy attractive people.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, I can't lie. Rio from Good Girls would get it.
Oh, yeah.
But also Joan in Mad Men would get it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Don Draper.
Oh, 100%.
No, but I hate that because he was a terrible person.
But what? Yeah, but this is no one's. You're not going to be wedded to them.
He was a terrible person. No, I can't do it. I have to have some morals. But I would want to.
Okay, say you just met him in a bar, but you didn't know that he was John Draper.
Oh my god, 100%. I don't think
you are in the bar bathroom on your knees.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even an option. I think it would just happen.
Yeah, you wouldn't even realize how.
Who else? I mean, I definitely have a thing for like quote unquote gangsters and just really fucked up people in shows.
Yeah.
Villains. Oh my god, villains. What's wrong with me? In what's his name? is it Mahershala Ali? What is his name?
Mahershala. Oh, yeah,
the villain that he plays in Luke Cage. Again, terrible person. Terrible person, but so fucking hot.
But he's also, because he's been in other things.
Yeah.
You can, maybe disassociate him from, or do you
And he's
specifically
want
him as that character?
As a villain, for sure, as that character. He is crazy good looking though. He's like not a normal level of good looking. So that's not really my fault.
Well, again, these people just aren't walking around.
No, they're not.
Streets, so.
But I'm trying to think from the the actual shows that we've done.
Yeah.
Who would I want to? I mean, before Jake kills his wife in Scandal, I've had a thing for him. Melly's boo as well was cute as hell. The one that slept with Michaela. Definitely not the Tinder swindler, that's for sure. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Bridgerton.
Oh, the Duke.
The Duke.
Simon, what's his face?
Yes. Love an emotionally unavailable man. Oh my god, Desperate Housewives, what's his name?
Carl.
Oh, oof, a bit of me. Okay. Now that's out the way.
Everybody, they all have a villainous streak in them. If not quite outright villains, they're all kind of dicks.
Sadistic.
Yeah, so that speaks volumes.
Does it? I find it arousing.
Well, I didn't specify the volume.
I'm saying it like it's a good thing. Does it? Because I find it like, no, that's still bad.
I find it arousing that I'm attracted to total asswipes.
So I like dirtbags too. Oh my god. And then it's, what fictional character would you most like to be in a serious relationship?
Oh, like a serious one.
Which like is why I probably would take
loving,
Fitz.
Committed.
Yeah, even though Fitz is a cheat.
He's a cheat. He's got a god complex. Really?
Yes, that is so true. Like the worst. God, that man.
Yeah.
Ego the size of the White House.
Doesn't understand his privilege. I mean, I don't know if this
I use my privilege for good. That's his whole thing. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Ruins everyone around him's life. Oh my god. I wouldn't be in a relationship with him though. It's a lie. I would just sleep with him. Because I've just seen we did Red Wedding. What's his name?
Rob
Stark is. I would never be in a relationship with him though.
He made too many stupid mistakes. He made some bad decisions.
I could not resist a man like that. No way.
You can't trust him with your life.
I don't give a fuck. I'd risk my life for that. No, I'm joking. Oh my god. Who would that fictional character be in a serious relationship? Would have to be like one of those people who is just like, I'd want someone who's super just loving and loyal and obsessed with me.
Yeah, but we don't come across many of those people that we also like. We think that they're a bit
soft.
Yeah.
There is one in Good Girls. What's his name?
I mean, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is not in Good Girls.
Who's
what?
Okay, but what's his name?
I'm looking.
He's a nice guy.
Stan in his fictional name, Stan.
Yeah, Stan.
Stan is the kind of guy.
Lovely.
Oh my god, I'm going to screenshot this.
Not as. I did not.
I am sorry to find this funny. Wow, look at me being the weakest link in the Black community. I'm screenshotting both of their faces. Okay, we'll do that offline. Sorry.
And then we'll post it. No, we won't. We
I
shouldn't.
can't believe. So you're telling me you think not saying that Kevin Hart is like the greatest man alive, but he's a huge name. He wouldn't be a character in Good Girls and you not know it.
Hold on. Good Girls has got some big names in it as well.
Not Kevin. I'm sorry, but that's a different thing. That's a different level of pussy. No, it's different because I feel like it's like The Rock. No matter how you feel about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he's, when it comes to like films and TV shows and stuff, he's like a big name. Like, what's his name that we always talk shit about? Ryan Reynolds. Like, if he was in a show, you would fucking know about it. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
because he'd never let us forget. Sorry. It's so funny how the biggest actors in Hollywood are all like, you have to kind of be like, I'm just saying, I don't know. But you still have to be like a conservative, happy family guy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but you're supposed to, because that's where the money is. Like they make like the blockbusters. Like,
right.
Yeah. Fictional character.
Think of what else we've
I don't know if I'd marry him, but Robert De Niro in The Godfather 2.
Are we just going the full sphere of anything that we've watched now?
I just can't think of anyone that in any of the shows we've watched who I would want to be in a serious relationship with. Like, and they're fictional.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Maybe because they're all so terrible. Oh well.
I'm just going through all of the things that we've watched, and everybody's terrible. I'm like, if I had to pick somebody, maybe what's his name is Vision.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not going through all that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Give me a villain any day, because I know he's going to die or end up in prison. I can deal with that.
Okay, next question.
Okay, this one might be a bit of a stinger, so take a breath. What TV family dynamic, this is any TV, I think we should say TV or film actually, okay, dynamic, do you find the most relatable?
Oh god, I mean, there's can you think of anything off the top of your head?
Yeah, I can think of, I always thought that in terms of like kind of like the dynamic ish, but now I'm older, I see it's like kind of silly, like My Wife and Kids, Olivia Pope and her dad, which should show you like the spectrum, like the spectrum is like family sitcom.
At any point.
What day
is a year and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Definitely Olivia Pope and her dad.
Yeah, tiny bits of and everyone's like, what? Because no one can relate to this show. Black AF. No, I know. I know.
Okay.
I don't mean like literally, maybe just because I haven't watched Blackish properly.
Right.
Because everyone always said that my sister especially said that I remind her, when I was little, I was like, I don't know her character's name, the twins.
Diane.
Yeah. My sister thought that I was like Diane when I was little.
Wow.
Hey, I was just a sweet little hell race. Oh my God. I literally almost broke up. I cost my mum a friendship. I'm sure I've told you this story. Yeah, like when I would hear people talking, adults talking, I would just go up to the adult who they were talking about and tell them. So, so one time my mum was, I don't know why I'm still laughing about it. My mum still doesn't find this funny. There was somebody who, like, it was, when I say I grew up in church, I was literally in church all the time. So there was this woman in church who was singing in church, and I know it sounds silly, but she was so beautiful and so nice to me, and she had really nice nails. So I was like, I loved her so much. She like loved me, and I was just like, I felt so special. Anyway, she was getting married, but she was like the hot girl. She's singing the church choir, and she was getting married to the guy who was like leader of the church choir. But I feel like some of you know that guy who's a bit, it has player energy that I could even recognize as a child. Anyway,
pretty big player energy then.
I was like 6 years old. It was. But so they were getting married or engaged to be married, and my mum was talking to her best friends, who are still her best friends now, about like how she doesn't really see it for them. I went up and told her in a perfectly innocent way. I was just like, and then she's devastated, obviously. I'm just smiling. I'm like, what's the problem?
You drop that bomb and casually walk away.
Yeah, they did get married in the end, but my mum and her still don't speak. And they were really
still
close
married
before that. No, it ended hot. But that's not the point. Because is anybody still married? And the ones that are, it's like, true. Should they be?
No, I don't think, like, if you got married to somebody and you're not married anymore, that's like not a failure. That's just,
yeah. I think it was a bit of drama though. I remember it being drama.
Don't you think it's strange though, that because I think about this, not loads, but enough, that it's, but when if you get married to somebody, you're kind of, I wonder how many people feel realistic in knowing that this might not actually be forever, and at some point you might end up not wanting to be with that person anymore and breaking up and having to go through a divorce, because, like, let's face it, that happens a lot now. And like, I think that we are all old enough to realize that people do change, and you do tend to want different things, and you might not change in the same ways at the same rates. So it feels like it's such a big commitment to go into, but then maybe nobody thinks that would happen to them.
I think you just roll the dice. I think you just take the chance.
Yeah, but I wonder how many people are saying, well, I'm going to roll the dice on this, and I'm going to, we're going to try.
Oh, and I don't think there's a single person who's ever gotten married in the history of time who hasn't had doubts. I just don't think it happens. That's ridiculous.
You don't think that there's anybody that's thought, I'm not going to get divorced to this person?
Not even, maybe they thought they'll stay together, but there's nobody who wasn't like, this could be a bad choice. It's just not possible, because it's such a big commitment. You're making a legal commitment to stay in a romantic relationship. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Honey, you do it for the thrill. You do not do it because it makes logical sense, because it does not. It just doesn't make any sense. It's dumb. Would I do it? Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow. In fact, for me, like, the crazier the better, because the chances, because I'm just not a person who can sit down and, yes, I know I need to seek help. I'm not a person who can sit down and say, logically, me and you, good couple, we be together forever, commitment, let's do it. That's not going to happen. But if you like pitch it to me as like
a crazy story,
yeah, I really love you, girl, let's do it, I'm like, oh, fuck it, yeah. Do it. Yeah.
That's all it takes. You don't want any like big thing. You want, hey, I love you. But do you want like the Nike of proposals?
I am so, when it comes to the people who I've really like not always, it's not true that always, but I think about the people I've really like lusted after. They're always like those bare minimum words type of people, just like, you're my girl, innit? And I'm like, oh my god. I do know that. Dumb bitch. Sorry. Sorry to me. I should stop talking to myself about that. I apologize for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, whereas I've had people say stuff to me like, and maybe because I learned when I was younger that you can't trust those words, because when I have, it turned out to be like nonsense. Depends what they say, but like, I can't believe I'm with you, and I'm just like, why? Why? Shouldn't we be together? Have I missed something?
Are you actually terrible?
Like,
chances are, yes.
Oh my god, am I out of your league? Bye. And actually, I'm actually not. They're just like in love because they're dumb. Sorry. Oh god.
Oh, how sweet. I don't know what the question was.
It was, what TV family dynamic do you find the most relatable?
Okay.
And then the next one was, what do you find the most desirable? And mine, as always, is Home Improvement. Because I just remember feeling good watching that show.
Sorry, the question is, what do you feel most desirable?
What TV family dynamic do you find the most desirable?
I see. Yeah, Home Improvement was so far from what I experienced as my childhood.
Yeah.
Like practical parents. Sorry, I don't mean that in any way shady to my parents, but like,
no, it's not. It's like
DIY people do like,
yeah,
more like doers around the Home Improvement people. Yeah. And then,
but I can't really remember of the show, so I wonder if I watched it as an adult, if I'd be like, this is terrible.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember how the mum and dad's relationship was. I just remember watching it and feeling nice.
I agree with that. Just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet if you watched it back now, you would think that Tim Allen's character, who I believe is called Tim Allen,
he is, yeah,
probably like not the greatest.
But
probably like quite mean to his neighbor. I don't.
Yeah, I really can't remember.
No, me neither.
I don't want to watch it again because I don't want to ruin it. And yes,
it's definitely not up there with one of the greats that I would want to watch ever again. No. I couldn't even tell you a plot line.
No. Woodwork.
Yeah.
Also, I would say Mrs. Doubtfire, the way the dad was, but then it's also like my dad is kind of a bit like that anyway. Obviously, he's not dressing up as a nanny to fake an identity so he could have a relationship with me. And also, my mum has always been very much, even in the depth of the divorce, go and see your dad. Like, that's just her thing. I don't know why, but she's really like pro having your parents in your life. Have you seen your dad? Go and see your dad. Oh gosh. That's why maybe that's why when people log onto the internet, like adult men, and they're like, she's keeping my kids away from it, I find it hard to believe it because I've never seen that in real life. That there's a divorce and they're like,
it's probably more likely that like the kids are confused and they don't want to see you. They need some stability in their lives.
Yeah, in the beginning, you don't. The reason that you have to be pushed isn't because it's depressing. Like, I remember when we used to first. I know this sounds really. I really don't mean it in a cruel way to my dad. But when we would go and see my dad and he's on his own in a flat, it would make me so sad.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want this to be happening.
Yeah.
I want to pretend this is happening.
Yeah.
Which is so childish. And obviously, as time went on, I think I lived with my dad for a while. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But that's when he had his house and everything. But when it first, like, going and seeing like he has no furniture in the living room and he's just in his room and he's like got all these hobbies because he's trying to keep himself busy, and you're just like, I want to cry.
I mean, yeah, my dad stayed in the family home, so that wasn't quite the same.
I'm sorry. I maybe it's sexist of me or whatever, but I still think that's outrageous. I feel like if you're the primary carer of the children, the house is for the children. The children shouldn't leave the house. Anyway, but unless, I guess I've also seen it like in other divorces, because lives through too, where the mother has left.
Yeah. I mean, it was the right thing to do in that situation.
Yeah. If the mother needs to get away, then she's got to go, Mum.
She would never have been happy in that house.
No way. But I like to think that if I was with somebody and they were the primary care of our children, even in my fantasies, I don't imagine myself being the primary care of my children, and we got a divorce, that I would leave. I wouldn't be like, I mean, who knows? Maybe when you actually go through it, it brings out the worst in you. You're like, I'm not leaving this house. But I like to think that
I know me. I'd be leave. Yeah, I'd go.
I'd want the kids to have their house and their rooms, because it's not about you anymore in that.
I don't know. I would probably take the kids.
I'm leaving most bits.
Well, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to trust that the other person would leave. So like for me, it would be like, this is the only way that I can control. And I know, like, look at us talking about how we would get divorced, what we would do in this situation.
I have small plans about how to amicably break up. Like, I've even thought about, if I was going to have a child with someone, before I gave birth, we would need a written agreement of what would happen if we split up.
Yeah.
I know that sounds, maybe that is my childhood trauma, but I want a contingency plan. I don't want to have to be like in the middle of like me hating you and you hating me, trying to make a good situation for our child. I want a plan in place. Yeah. I've thought about that more than I have the idea of like meeting somebody. I'm getting a bit like, when I think, like, I used to like go into fantasy land and think about nice things. I mean, I've also had, your morbid thoughts, where you're like, what would happen if something really bad happened? But when I think about like a future family, I think, what are the practical things I'd want in a partner? And I also always think about things going wrong. I'm like, okay, I'm having a baby, and I've just found out the person I'm having a baby with, who I was in a romantic relationship with, is leaving me for someone else. Go. It's like
moral dilemma.
Well, how does this benefit you? And then I also think about, like, when I think about the idea of me having a child with someone, I always imagine that I'm going to be miserable. Like, I can't imagine that being a joyous experience. I imagine I'm just going to be looking at this person like, I fucking hate you. This is a bad idea. And then even when I think about, okay, I'm having a baby with a woman and she's carrying the child, I imagine she hates me. I can't imagine her being like, oh yeah, I'm happy you're here. And I always imagine that she leaves.
Oh God.
Next question.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I'm turning this into confessions. Shout out to Usher.
Just
when I thought I said it. Oh my God, that's probably where I'm getting all these ideas from. If you could be an animal for 24 hours, what animal would you be? You don't have to survive as this animal to wake up as yourself again. Because I feel like that changes it.
You might die.
Yeah, because if you have to survive, you might think of like, you might want to be like a hunter, but it doesn't matter.
I think being a big cat would be really cool. That would be fun. Like,
it's a lot of work.
Like, some big cats just eat and then sleep.
Yeah, they have to, because of the amount of energy it takes them to hunt. Then they have to sleep for like 4 days.
Be a thing for a day, right? This is just.
But what if you imagine if you get a hunt day?
Then where you're just like, you've got somebody else to look after you. You're just like running around. That'd be quite fun. I think being a bird would be really cool. Maybe like a bird of prey, because obviously we're never going to be able to experience flying ourselves, not in a plane. Maybe it would be fun to be a dolphin as well. They seem to have a lark.
They are menaces, but yeah. Just fucking with everybody constantly. Oh, they have a lot of sex though.
Yeah, and for pleasure.
No, that animals don't have sex for pleasure. I've always wondered, like, I get it, it's like how your brain works or whatever, but it's like,
I think if they were having it for pleasure, then they'd probably have it more frequently. It wouldn't just be in an arousal cycle. Like when they're on heat, it would be, you know, it wouldn't be just for a season. If they were like, wait a second, this feels good.
But then how do we know that even in those seasons it's not pleasurable?
But then if it doesn't mean that it's not couldn't be pleasurable.
Oh,
but
it's
like that's not the primary the primary motivator for doing it. If it's only done when in season, can't be for pleasure.
It could still be pleasurable.
It could be, yeah, but it's not like they're doing it because
not for
it's
the
pleasurable.
receiver. That looks terrible.
Yeah, that's true. Looks horrible. How about you? What?
There's a cat around here that I would just, I'm sure I've said this, I would love to put a GoPro on because I want to know what that cat gets up to. That cat is always on something. I know where that cat goes. Maybe a cat. I feel like they just have like interesting lives. Definitely a bird. But I was thinking a bird of prey. Like, I think I would want that just because, like, imagine being an eagle for a day. But then I'm just like, but what if I'm so driven by hunger that I spend the whole day hunting? I can't. Basically, I want to do no work.
I don't think there's an animal alive that doesn't do anything. No, because they have to eat so fucking much.
Oh, I do eat a lot though. Oh, and it's like, I'm imagining I'm a panda in a sanctuary who's being fed, but I'm not, am I? I have to get the bamboo myself. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing
Even
it.
when it's right there.
Then I would love to be a worm because, like, you know, when they go underground, I know it's kind of weird, but it's just like, and the movement as well. It's so funny. Like the way they contract and expand to go forward.
Very muscular. You just want to be a long muscle.
I mean, I am, but I have so many bones and I'm really clicky. I want to be boneless. A boneless banquet for a bird. That's literally what a worm is.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't. But that's so important.
Yeah.
So thanks to the worms out there.
And I would like to be
Big up the worm community.
100%. I'd like to be a bee circa 1965 because these newbies are going through it.
Yeah. Probably earlier than 1965, to be honest.
What do you think we'd have to go like as far back as like pre-industrial revolution?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Have a good life as a bee. Oh, but those bees were beasts. I don't want to be a beast bee. You
want to be one that's in what is essentially a post-apocalyptic world for a bee.
I want to be a docile bee. Also known as a puppy. Oh gosh.
Being also like a horse, I think could be quite fun. Just imagine
being able to
galloping,
my gosh,
the wind in your mane.
If I was a moose for a day, I'm telling you, I would turn a town upside down. I'd be like, fuck you guys.
Would be in all the local news. The radio would be doing a segment on you. Moose on the loose.
Well, like moose on the rampage. I would get shot. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think being a little baby bear as well.
I'd love to be a bear. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to be a bear. Or this is silly, but a goat. You know, the ones that can stand on the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
Think of what you'd see.
Yeah.
But no, I wonder if I just have the ability to do everything, or if I'd have to learn, because I would definitely.
No, I'm imagining that you've been born. You're in a body that already knows exactly what's going on. Otherwise, this is. I'm not going to pick to be a freaking dolphin if I don't know how to jump about and breathe. Imagine that you suddenly wake up and you're like, oh my god. That'd be so confusing if you just woke up and you were a dolphin.
True. I think the ocean is where it's at. Even now, it would be amazing. Who can go really deep? I don't know enough animals that can go deep.
Whales can go pretty deep.
I don't know if I could hack it as a whale. It's just too much responsibility. I could be an orca though, because like I said, I could terrorize a community. But knowing me, I'd be the orca that everyone hates. So they'd like kick me out. Now they're chasing me, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. Oh god.
Even for one day.
I just wanted to belong to a pack.
30 minutes before I got kicked out of this pod. Great.
Oh my god. Okay, we have talked for too long, but I will leave it with, is that too negative?
Oh Jesus.
Well, you pick the question. I've got, what's the worst episode of television you've ever sat through, or what's the worst TV show you've ever finished?
Oh, well, I can tell you, I can't go right into episodes, but this is probably not the worst TV show that I've ever watched, but a recent one which we've spoken about. Guys, this is a show that I'm ashamed that I even watch. It's not even because it's like it's a guilty pleasure, it's so bad it's good. I genuinely don't know why I watched it. It's called Sweet Magnolias. It's on Netflix, and it's just not a good show. There's nothing about the show that is like remarkable in any way. And yes, I have watched season 2 because it recently came out on Netflix. I don't know why I even watched season 1, but you know when you've already watched one season, the new season comes out, and you just kind of think,
what happened there?
Like, what do you mean what happened? Why do I watch it? Or what?
No, like
you just think, well, let's
what's
the
going
acting
on there?
is awful. The plot lines are weak. The three protagonists, get this, the three protagonists, they all went to school in the same town that they now live in, which is called Serenity. They were known when they were growing up as the Sweet Magnolias. I mean, what groups have names like that?
Who would have called them that? Them
exactly.
Like grandmas?
No, just the whole fucking community.
Why would they call them that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was once explained, but I have no idea why.
I wasn't listening.
This incredibly, incredibly annoying catchphrase. Again, who in real life has catchphrases where when they all get together for their like margarita nights where they spill all the gossip or just talk about their lives, and they all pour themselves drinks, and when they toast, they go, pour it out.
Snotted.
And it's the most infuriating. I guess it's like a double. Pour out the drinks, pour out the emotions.
But they're like, not pouring it out. Oh my god!
It is just stupid. You can't just say pour it out and cheers and then that's it, and then you talk about your silly lives.
But you know, like the next time we toast, we never toast. But the next time we do toast, I am going to say pour it out.
Well, we'll say it as a joke. It'll start off as a joke, and then suddenly
we'll
that's our catchphrase.
Now everyone's calling us the Sweet Magnolias. No, that would never.
No, they wouldn't call us the Sweet Magnolias because we're not those kind of people. No. People don't feel that way about us.
I'm sure people do have nicknames for us.
But it certainly isn't that.
Doesn't have the word sweet.
It's got to be up there. That one has got to be up there for one of my most hated shows that I do not know why I watch.
It's hard for me because I've watched so many bad episodes of television, and again, I'm just going to go with a recent that I'm rewatching. 90210. So I'm just gonna
the remake, guys.
The remix of an already trying song. Yeah, but I can't watch so. I think it shows like that I watch
so much
terrible television
into that. Everybody has something wild going on. But the character stories, do you know what I mean? Like in that show, they're just so
random as well.
Extreme and random, yeah.
It doesn't actually
and it's
have
all
to make
one
sense.
group.
Yeah.
Everybody in the group has all this like nonsense stuff happening. It's not.
And it's like there's so many people in the school and in the area. It doesn't make sense that you only are
area of 90210.
Yeah. Lest we forget Beverly Hills.
That's where I wanna be.
What song is that?
Living in Beverly Hills.
Oh, the fact that that's the line that did it for me. The more generic line. Oh,
yeah. Okay. What episode in particular have you got one that
is really bad?
Yeah. Or
I mean, maybe this is one that stands out in my mind. It wasn't an episode, but just like scenes. I feel bad singling them out because it's also bad. I mean, okay, no. Naomi's father is in season 1 the worst acting. It's like he's in a parody. He is in a parody, but nobody else knows. That's how I can describe it.
Know?
I'm not sure.
The parody is his life.
Yeah, like everyone else is in Scream and he's in Scary Movie. Like it's just like, what the fuck is this? But yeah. Yeah. Can't remember. And I mean, people say a lot of bad things about Nollywood, and like some of the stuff in Nollywood, when we get to the end, I'm just like, what the fuck? But I can't lie, I genuinely enjoy the ride. It's a thrill. It really is. I love it. I fucking love Nollywood. I do. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Which reminds me of Sunset Beach. Again, loved that soap. It was like imagine a new soap launching in the 2000s, an American soap opera. So it's going to be awful.
Yeah.
And the storyline was about these like precious. It was kind of like a dare I say fantasy storyline. So imagine like you're watching a soap, like say it's Home and Away or whatever, but they have jewels.
Yeah.
And like these are precious stones that have these powers, and one of the characters, Cole, because of one of the stones, turns blind.
Oh no.
But then they discover it was just like when I tell you I loved that show. So I can't say it was bad because I loved it. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like we can leave it there.
Yeah, if you watch any bad shows that you don't know why you watch them, let us know. Yeah. If you've watched any of the shows we've described, also let us know. If anybody out there has watched Sweet Magnolias, please get in contact.
I know this might be controversial to say because it's got such a huge fan base. I'm not going to attack Friends. Gilmore Girls fans, ask yourself a serious question. Why? Just why? What is the shtick? Because I get watching it, I get that it's on, I get that it's pleasant, but I don't believe that you genuinely enjoy it. I just don't.
You just, I guess, yeah, you just want to know. You just want to know, like, what's going on.
Don't get it. I'd rather watch One Tree. Oh, that show's ridiculous.
That show is ridiculous. And then the like fast forward season.
I vaguely remember.
Oh man.
It's never good when they fast forward, is it?
No, it's not. But I was happy that was happy that Brooke got her happy ending.
Oh my
Not
God,
with
there was a show worse than One Tree Hill, way worse. What was it? It was similar vein, completely, but it was definitely worse. Oh, I'm like, oh, was I thinking of One Tree Hill? I feel like there's one even worse than that. No shade to One Tree Hill.
What did we have? We had like One Tree Hill, The OC, Gossip Girl,
Dawson's Creek. The OG was, I feel like Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, for sure was the original. What else?
And then there's one other one.
90210, which came a little bit later.
The original 90210 was a classic though.
I never watched it.
I watched
Smallville, I guess, is in this genre.
100%, but again, weirdly like Smallville.
Yeah,
I guess because
but not when you think that Clark Kent in that, what's his face, he's supposed to be 14. Now that is some fresh bullshit.
Grow up.
You can't, knowing that, you in all conscience can't actually watch it and take it seriously.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to find this show. And it's bringing up all the others like the OC, 90210, Dawson's Creek, Veronica Mars, Gilmore Girls, Everwood, never seen it, Resident, Greek, Revenge, Jesus, that had people in a show called Private Practice. I've never heard of a lot of these. Nashville, how many seasons did that
get? My God, 6! I loved Nashville.
It got 6 seasons.
Oh, I dropped off though. I can't remember when, but I always meant to go back to it.
Don't you dare, you'll never leave. Oh my God, I always am like, what so happened? Good. And then next thing I know, oh, I can't find it. Switched at Birth. Degrassi is another one I never watched.
No, me neither.
Pretty Little Liars. Roswell, really classic television. Buffy, classic television. Never seen it. Brothers and Sisters. That was
not
all right.
Quite the same thing, though.
No, it was all right though. They're even putting in Laguna Beach, which I would say no. Now we're on to 8 Simple Rules. Okay.
No, then that's definitely, we've gone into sitcoms there.
Yeah. I can't find it. I wonder if it was I wonder if it was One Tree Hill. I'm thinking, what's that terrible show that's
One
like
Tree Hill?
It was One Tree Hill.
I don't want to be anything.
I've got to say, one of the best theme songs ever. Yeah. I sing that song all the time.
On your own.
That's the song.
It is. What a powerful song.
Oh my gosh, they're called, according to Google, these are grouped as adolescence shows.
And now the kids have Euphoria. Well, I don't think that was being made for kids.
We had Skins, so I feel like everybody talking shit. If you watch Skins when you were a child and you're talking shit about Euphoria, you need to take several seats because we were loving life.
I didn't watch Skins, in my defense.
I don't know how I even got away with Skins. I loved Skins, and everyone from the cast has gone on to just do brilliant things. Brilliant things.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we've talked enough. We're never going to find out that One Tree Hill was the One Tree Hill to your One Tree Hill. True. Yeah. Oh my God, I wish I could remember, because it was definitely like a blonde boy. Then there were a couple, and the guy had brown hair, and the girl he was with had brown hair. But it wasn't One Tree. Was it? It was One Tree Hill. This sounds a lot like
it was One Tree Hill. I don't know. Okay, enough of that. It was the fast forward in One Tree Hill. They were all older, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm comparing One Tree Hill to the fast forward One Tree Hill.
Okay, right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wow. It was an entirely different show.
It kind of was in some respects.
I just want to apologize for this episode once again. I'm so sorry. You had to be here for this.
You didn't, but I guess
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for your listening.
Yeah.
And on that note, we will reconvene another time.
Bye.
And then I said to them, if you don't rewind this tape right now, I'm gonna...